Hello everybody for the final instalment of our epic video series called Finish the Line with the Lead Team. So we've had a great time doing this, but if this is your first time watching this, obviously you've joined us on First Fruits Sunday, so welcome, well done for coming. But this is just a little funny way for us to maybe answer some questions you might have about First Fruits, as well as have some fun with the lead team and put them on the spot and make them squirm a little bit. So we've got 3 questions, and then there is a mystery question, but this time at the end, when they have the mystery question, all of us are going to answer it, so it's not just two.
Okay.
Didn't say that one. I apologise. And so we're all going to answer it together. So are we ready? First question.
We are.
This video. Okay, great. And the first question is...
Go, Steve.
Oh, here we go. The question is, you have 8 weeks to fulfill your First Fruits pledge because... Well, it's First Fruits Sunday today, so there's 8 weeks though yet to redeem that pledge. And I think that creates a space for creativity. I know in my experience, it's a space where sometimes I've given with others, and then I've thought, maybe God's just on me to give a little bit more. It gives chance for me to maybe sell some things, to release some finance, to maybe talk more with the family. But though today was the day, there is still an 8-week window in which to actually create space and do something creative. I think as well there's a little faith gap too. Sometimes in my hesitancy, I don't give as much as maybe I should have done, or I'm a little bit nervous.
That's interesting.
And then again, God gets on my case, and I think, no, come on, we're going to reach for this. Because the faith that you have all invested in this offering inspired me.
That's very good.
And our faith then is mixed together into this great offering that we bring together.
Excellent.
That's a very good point.
Of course, historically, we still do the pledge thing, right? So we still give time to bring First Fruits. And historically, we always have at least 90-odd% of that money. That's incredible.
It is,
The people's giving. One thing I would encourage you guys to do today on First Fruits Day is fill your pledge in today. Don't leave it for a few weeks. Fill it in today, and then if you feel you want to change it down the road, do that. But it would really help us if you fill that in today and bring your offering, whatever that's going to be today, whether it's all the money or part of it or whatever. But I think it's a really encouraging stat that people would give to that level. It's quite something.
First question down, happy?
Yes.
Okay, great, okay. And the next question is... Okay, me, okay, to finish this line. A standout moment or story from one First Fruits has been. Okay, so I'm sure there's a few around the table. But one thing, a personal story of mine is back in 2013, me and sort of my family were going through quite a lot, and it's quite a significant thing to try and overcome this real big personal issues that were kind of happening. And so at the it was a year of breakthrough. I don't know if you remember that. That was the theme of the First Fruits that year. So we gave towards that as we have done for so many years. And all year we were like, so when's the year of breakthrough going to kick in then? So is it like a delayed thing? Is it like, does God work for the council and it takes years to get anything done, planning permission? So, but God blessed us and brought so much restoration to us on December 31st, 2013, on the last day of the year.
Wow. God of the deadline.
I know. This and breakthrough. It was like we were on the bottom pile. I was like, oh no, we got to do this again, you know. And it was really significant for us because it was almost like God was teaching us. Like it still matters on the first day He gave it to the last day where I said it. Wow. And it was a real test and a tribute to us and to God as well that He did that. And so
very good. That's a great story.
And as well, what I would say is it's amazing to see so many families do it too. So you know when you stood. Because we're going to do the giving process soon in the gathering, watching kids, the elderly. It's just so special watching people give not because they're giving money, but because of what it represents in their life.
That's my favourite bit.
Is it?
Yeah, I absolutely love that.
And so that's some personal highlights for me. How about you guys? Is there any stories you know? No.
We can't top that one.
Great first fruits, everybody. We'll see you next year.
I think. Do you remember when we had the year of exchange? And we had, at the end of the street, we had a table and people were putting things on the table and we're having this year of exchange. And I remember watching people put different things and wondering what the story was that lay behind that. And I can remember actually being quite sort of taken aback at the emotion of the exchange. And it kind of, it speaks about Isaiah 61. He says, he'll take our ashes and he'll give us beauty. And that year particularly is particularly with certain families when they explain the story behind what they exchanged. Honestly, when we empty our hands, we give ourselves an opportunity for God to fill them. And I think that year, I heard some incredible stories of how God took ash and gave beauty. And that always remains with me as quite a fun memory of, as you say, we're giving financially, but we're doing it in faith. And it's that faith of believing, God, could you take my ash? Could you give me
No, they're
beauty?
just special moments. I remember going down, as you said, down the street and seeing some of the stuff on the table, and I was in bits.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those emotional
It
times,
was,
but
yeah.
really powerful things. It was incredible.
One of my highlights every year is seeing people go and give as families or
Yeah.
couples or friends together. And I think sometimes we have the privilege of knowing people's stories
Yeah.
behind them just walking.
Yeah.
You don't know everybody's story when they're giving, but when you know somebody's story, there's real power in seeing them
There is.
unite together, either as friends
Come
or
on.
families, and just saying, God, I'm giving you my first and my best. And you
Amen.
get to just observe that.
Yeah.
Is my favourite thing.
So there we go. End of the second question. Are you ready for the third question?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, and
so.
the third is...
Oh well, there you go. My question. This year through First Fruits, I believe God will ... Okay, this year through First Fruits, I believe God will simply honour us as we honour Him.
Yeah.
We know that scripture, and the whole idea of bringing honour to God in what we bring, you know, that really for a lot of people is a sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know, for some people it's a big sacrifice. For others it's out of the blessing of their life. But either way, it's we bring it to God, and clearly Scripture speaks about as we honour Him, He honours us. He brings credit to, He brings distinction to, if you like. And so I think that. And I often say this. I believe God says that if we build Him a house, He will build us a house. And I think I've you know, I can only speak for my own family, for Helen and myself, that we've proven that over years, that as we've sought the kingdom first, as we've sought to build His house, He's not neglected my house.
Come on. That's the
I think there's
truth.
something really special
Yeah,
in that. So that's what I expect God to do. You know, to honour us as we honour Him.
Okay, last question of the whole shebang. It's a mystery question, okay? So let's find out.
When you say
Who's it going to be next time?
knew me any good at all.
Okay, let's find out
I like mysteries.
what the mystery line is. Okay, it says this. A word that sums up First Fruits for me is ... So a word that sums up First Fruits for each of us.
I'm thinking, can it be like a word or can it be like a sentence?
A word.
It's got to be a word.
Can it be
Can it
two
not
words?
be like a sentence?
2 words.
Hyphenated?
Just even if it's a short word and a longer word.
Hyphenation, yeah. Can't say no. Can I? Okay, I'll go first and then...
Okay, I'm trying to reduce my sentence to a
No,
word.
that's fine, I get it. I think my word is simply hope. That's my word. Is hope.
Why?
Because that's what it creates.
They got you there, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going next because they'll all steal it. Blessing. I would say my blessing, but blessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, faith. Yeah, I would say
Joy
faith.
for me.
Joy.
Expectation, because the sowing of the seed will leave a harvest.
Yeah.
Very good. With all my heart. Yeah.
Well, firstly, we just want to thank you guys for coming today. There is so much great excitement here and expectation for you and your family or your world, whatever that looks like. We encourage you, give big today, believe big today. This is 2020, not just the start of a new year, but the start of a new decade. So what does that mean for you? So I encourage you, have a laugh today, have a blast today. This is your day. And we can't wait to hear the stories of what God is going to do and what God is going to do through you after today. So for the last time in this little mini-series, it's goodbye from the leadership team. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.